Never mind. We went for another player instead, and yo, Cristiano popped off. He took down the Zerg Lord, which was insane. We had games on Beckett Industries and Blackburn. It was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, man. The difference that the race can make, right?
True.
But yeah, speaking of race, welcome everyone to 2000 atmospheres and spawning here one of the most broken races in StarCraft 2, the Peruvian Zerg player Ryu.
Good to have you back, Darking. It's good. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, the most broken race in all of StarCraft. Just sim and win, mate. That's all you need. We have the Peruvian Terran. He is blue, representing Eximius Gaming. It is kaozfate. Kappa.
Yeah, totally, man. Because of it, one of the most broken races. I agree. It barely works.
Oh my god. But yeah, mate. It's great to have you back. It's been a while. We've had like a week off from casting here on the channel, so now we're back with our Latin American StarCraft.
Yes, Latin America StarCraft is back, mates. And what better way to start it here than Peru versus Peru, mate, in a legendary TVC.
Oh yeah. We've seen these two players duke it out. The best Zerg player from Peru and the best Terran player from Peru are here. You just reminded me as well, we're missing someone. We had a lot of players pop up today, like your Shelby, Cristiano, Neo. Mate, where was Tavo?
I know, right? Like, he was like the only like Peruvian who went missing today.
Yeah.
And I don't know, where is Tavo? I mean, you're closer to him than me, mate. You should know.
True. I'm gonna have to funada him after this, mate, because it's unacceptable. He should be here 100%. Because mate, he's been on fire recently. I hope that now that DreamHack has ended, part of me hopes that he isn't gonna like take too much time off. I know it's the off season now, so a lot of players are easing up. But like, he's got so much momentum going his way,
Yeah, definitely. So maybe tomorrow we'll see. If not, there's future tournaments in the coming weeks.
Yeah. Of course.
But for today we have these two players, mate. kaozfate versus Ryu, which is like something of a classic, I will say, that has been building up over the course of the year. No, we have seen times where kaozfate just crushes Ryu like he was a bronze player. And then we have seen games where Ryu like learns from the style of kaozfate and crushes him like he was a bronze player as well. So I wonder who's gonna be bronze today.
We're all bronze, mate. We're all bronze. I 100% agree. We have seen very back and forth series between these two players. I do think that recently Ryu has been a little bit higher when it comes to performance. I mean, obviously, right? He made it to top 4 of DreamHack, right? And I guess like the last memory I have from kaozfate is his performance in the closed qualifier, where we saw him perform, or like underperform, if you remember, in the closed qualifiers. He played against Eric and Ryu, both of them. So I hope we don't see that kaozfate. I hope he's been able to, again, kind of like shake the rust off and really perform here.
I mean, you say shake the rust off. I wonder how many alcohol he has diluted in his blood at the moment.
True. I hope he can sober up. Question mark. For me, it's still unclear if the alcohol helps him or it hinders him. I don't know. It's like a fine line. So yeah, we'll see how he does here. So far, nothing crazy going on, and we don't really expect that. The big question is Ryu gonna go Ling Bane against kaozfate, or is he gonna mix in roaches, right?
We'll see. For the moment, he's just focusing on queens and links, and for the moment, that is good enough. That is good enough. The question is, what is kaozfate gonna do behind this? The answer is bio, because I see his team is on the way.
Oh yeah, thank God.
No, yeah. Don't worry. We'll see Meg in the next semifinal.
You're not wrong. Oh god, but it's great to see two Ducklings here in the semis, and we've seen two Ducklings like dominate these tournaments before, but usually it's Ryu and Eric. So it's great to see Neo step up here for once. Like, it's not too often that we see him make it this far into a tournament.
Yeah, he did good. He did good. I saw the series versus Cristiano, and I'm gonna say, mate, I'm so impressed that he actually made Mech work versus Protoss.
Yeah, mate, Funada Cristiano, mate.
That's usually a death sentence, so I'm not sure if I should be like congratulating Neo or if I should Funada Cristiano because he lost versus Mech.
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. It's oh god, shaking my head, Cristiano, shaking my head. But we will get that later on. That matchup as well, because I imagine it's gonna be Paco Mike meeting Neo there in the lower semis. Oh boy. As you know, this game is slowly getting underway. I'm surprised by how inactive these Hellions have been. Finally, almost 6 minutes into the game, they're starting to apply a little bit of pressure here to Ryu.
Yep, finally. Now one drone already killed. Now the thing is, kaozfate does not need to lose these Hellions because I've seen plenty of Terran players, myself included, where we got a little overzealous.
Yeah.
When we entered with the Hellions to roast a few drones and lose everything because, mate, Hellions in the early game are pretty important to keep the map control.
Oh yeah, 100%. And it can be sometimes surprising to see how effective they can be later on, morphed into Hellbats, not necessarily for an all-in, but just to support the bio army. Like, they do matter.
Oh, this is a nice position that the Liberator managed to find. She kills 2 drones, but oh no, that was not such a good position.
Yeah, oh god, a little bit of a misjudgment there by kaozfate, sieging up when he was in range of the Queen, so the Liberator does go down. But here we go, here is a follow-up push. The Hellions alongside Marines with Stim.
Yes, the attack has commenced, and mate, Ryu has nothing. He has a few roaches, but I'm not sure if that's going to be enough because he's already suffered a lot of damage.
Yeah, exactly. Roaches
he needed bailing with this.
Exactly. He's got more roaches on the way, but they're not going to be ready in time. This hatchery will 100% go down. And oh god, Ryu has to be so careful. He's overcommitting with the roaches.
Yeah, I think we will be able to defend at the end, but it was a costly defense, mate. He lost like a dozen roaches. He lost 7 workers, I believe. He almost lost the 4 base. Honestly, he should have lost that 4th base.
No, 100%. I'm surprised that the 4th base survived. Like, I'm shocked. Oh, God. But because kaozfate decided to try and fight the army instead of focus down the hatchery survived. So, even though Ryu did lose, I think, 6 or 7 workers, it's acceptable damage because he kept the hatchery alive.
100%.
And now,
now that the first wave of attack for I was gonna say it's over, but it's not over, mate, because the medevac's still alive with a bunch of Marines trying to see what damage they can do. Meanwhile, kaozfate is preparing for a second wave on that 4 base.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just so surprised that we just don't have a Bailey Nest here for Ryu. Bailey Nest is finally on the way, but it's not ready yet. And in comes the push from kaozfate.
Yeah, this is a little small in my opinion. I think this should be easily dispatched, especially with 3rd Ravagers.
Yeah, exactly. The Biles, they do land. The first tank goes down, and so will the second. At the same time, the drop tried to dive in, but there are Lings and Queens ready for it. So just like that, Ryu, he defends his main base, and he defends his 4th.
Yeah, that was I think a small of an army for kaozfate. I don't know if he was expecting less resistance or more settlings from Ryu, but only 2 tanks and a dozen Marines, not enough.
Exactly, and I'm just so impressed that Ryu has again like been able to go toe to toe with kaozfate without bailings for the past 9 minutes. Like
I know, right? Without bail now, I want to see the bailing nest is here. The bailings are on the way. I want to see how much of a difference they're going to make in the next engagement.
Exactly, like that's where I'm worried for kaozfate because he lost 2 tanks. Now the next push only has 2 tanks because he hasn't kept his tanks alive throughout all of this. They just keep getting reset.
2 tanks is cute, but you definitely need more if you really want to do damage to the set player. And speaking of damage, mate, Ryu with those burrow roaches going across the map to the different bases of kaozfate, he's about to be pretty hurt.
Oh yeah, exactly. We did have a bit of a drop here in the main base of Ryu, but Ryu cleans it up. We have roaches going all over the place. They already on board here at the 3rd, and kaozfate, he's trying to control his army in the middle of the map, but in a couple of seconds, bailing speed is about to finish.
Yeah, meanwhile, Roach is finally on load on the natural base. kaozfate is losing a lot of workers, 13 workers, 14 workers, lots of fire and more are going in.
Oh god.
Oh god, this is a disaster.
Exactly, roaches all over the place. 18 SCVs have fallen and the roaches haven't been cleaned up. We need scans all over the place and roaches are in every single base of kaozfate, and now Ryu, he's diving on top of the army.
Now, to be fair, kaozfate has not lost much of his army, so this is still gonna pack quite a punch, especially now that we have a couple of Maraudes going in. So it's only the economy of kaozfate that is hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and with Ryu losing so many roaches across the map, kaozfate has a chance. He has a chance, and the battle has commenced.
Oh, that it has, but immediately the tanks are being piled down one after the other. The majority of the banelings, though, they have been cleaned up, and this bio army, as you were saying, is still quite threatening. Oh my god.
kaozfate is losing too many SCVs, mate. 33 SCVs and counting.
Oh god, he just can't. He turns around. Ay. This is not what kaozfate wanted to do. Because of that, he's giving Ryu so much time to remake those banelings. I thought maybe kaozfate would try to just go all in and try to end the game, but in turning around, now like the aggression has stopped.
Oh my god, I'm impressed that the Roach still managed to be alive after so much time.
Oh god, they're still there, and now it is Ryu's turn to go across the map. To be fair, there's still an army here for kaozfate, but oh my god, every single time Ryu engages, he immediately piles down the tanks.
"41 SCV kills so far."
Oh my god, and really there's only one way to end this game, because Ryu has crippled the economy, and now in come the patented mine veins here for Ryu.
Mate, I may be able to see a little bit into the future, and I see a lot of death.
Oh no, kaozfate, please don't do it, Oh god, he's edging closer, and the banelings, oh they go
my god. Half that army is gonna away, and the other half, there's got the other half. Oh my god. kaozfate just lost like 75% of his army.
To 4 banelings, mate. To only 4 banelings. Oh god.
Oh my god. Mate, if I were kaozfate, I would just quit out of rage.
Burrow just doing so well here for Ryu. Meanwhile, in come the lurkers as well. He's just getting a bit of everything. Hydras, lurkers, Ling Bane, like Roach Ravager. kaozfate, again, what we have to say, and we say this so often, right? The macro of kaozfate has been insane. He has sustained so many losses, like his worker count is still okay. Like his army count is still okay as well. He's just not where he needs to be. He's being pulled apart. Oh no. And in come the Lings, the Banes, the planetary finally goes down. And unfortunately, kaozfate, he doesn't really have an answer to these lurkers. Nice target fire on the Banelings though.
Finally, there is not army left to defend these lurkers, and the lurkers are forced to retreat, but at what cost, mate?
Oh god, at the cost of an entire base. At the same time, there was a bit of a drop towards the north, but the drop got cleaned up. Didn't really deal too much damage. And this is what I'm worried about, because kaozfate, like, again, he's just pumping out nothing but units. 3-3 is going to hit soon. But can he really break lurkers with just Marines and Marauders?
Yes, assuming he has enough numbers, which I don't think he has, mate.
Oh god. Exactly, there are just too many lurkers here. Even though kaozfate was able to keep up with the supply for so long, there's a massive Ling run by. He doesn't have any more tanks or Widow Mines or Liberators or anything. Oh god!
And that is GG, and Ryu takes the first point in the series.
GG. Well played. Ryu just really having his way with kaozfate there. I'm impressed with kaozfate and how he was able to keep up for a long time, but yeah, eventually, like, all that damage, it did add up. Oof.
Man, this is only game number 1.
Yeah. Oh god, that was only game number 1. And how do you think things will go from here? Like, what do you think kaozfate needs to do here to try and take on someone like Ryu?
First, he needs to stop holding the bottle in his other hand. Not to stop. Second, I don't know, mate, because look, one of the strengths of kaozfate is his playstyle.
Yeah.
One of the weakness of kaozfate is that he only has his playstyle and nothing else.
Yeah.
So I think the ball is on kaozfate court he needs to do something different, and I'll be honest, I don't see kaozfate doing something different anytime soon.
I agree. I think it's like a core issue that kaozfate has, right? Like, he has this playstyle of like hyper aggression and just massive rallies across the map, right? And eventually the wave of Terran breaks the Zerg. Like, that's typically how kaozfate wins his matches, and we've seen him do it against Ryu and against against Eric as well. But there needs to be more than that, right? There needs to be, like, especially when it comes to his build openers as well. Like, there is so much available for Terran, right? Like, whether it's Banshees or Widowmine drops or BCs, like, there are different ways to open up in this matchup. But Chaos or no. But kaozfate doesn't really go for any of that, right?
Yeah, he doesn't. He just basically goes mass marines as if they were zerlings and just go for it, right?
Yeah, exactly. And when it works, but
yeah, I agree. When it works, and not only it works, it is pretty impressive performance that kaozfate usually does.
Oh yeah, exactly. But here against Ryu, like, as you said, I do think that style has a place, on some of the other maps. But I don't know about every map. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Ryu already has like kaozfate number all lined up. We'll see next week, mate, when we have new maps finally.
Oh man,
that might change things a little bit.
just a little bit. I'm so excited, mate. Like, it's an interesting timing. I don't know about you, but I was really scared, actually. I was scared that they were going to wait until DreamHack Winter finishes before the new map pool. Like, as in, not just the playoffs, but also the season finals as well. I was like, oh god, it's going to be like November or December until we get them. I'm happy that they're doing it, like, in the middle of the season. Like, it's like, yeah, screw it, let's just get him out there. Don't wait for them.
I'm very happy. Like, StarCraft 2 has received some very good news in this week, like new maps today. I don't know if you saw, new TSL tournament.
Yeah,
has been announced.
Yeah,
so StarCraft is alive. It's very much alive, at least for 2 weeks.
At least for 2 weeks, mate.
Speaking of being alive, here we have the Zerg player coming all the way from Italy, but he's from Peru, the CranKy Duckling Ryu.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Peruvian Terran player. He is blue, representing Eximius Gaming. It is kaozfate. Mate, speaking of alive, I don't know if you saw, but fun fact, this week, the Korean Terran player, Alive, finished his military service.
I saw a tweet.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet, and I'm pretty sure that Topin is very excited about it.
Was he an Alive
fan? Like, I think so. I believe that the tweet that I saw was from him, but honestly, I don't remember. But I mean, that's cool. I mean, more players is always good. Just in time for a new game to be on the corner. So, I mean, has he said that he's gonna return specifically to StarCraft?
He hasn't confirmed.
Okay, so he maybe just return to normal civilian life.
Yeah, it's unclear. I mean, live. He was a great player. He was one of those players who he was like Cure for a long time. He was of that level where he was just very mid-tier in the shadow of like the Terran Apocalypse, right? Like the Four Horsemen, like Beyond, Innovation, Maru, and TY. But maybe without them, because a lot of them have kind of like gone to the military and stuff, maybe he could find a spot for himself.
Oh, so he's like the kaozfate of Korea.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh god, but it would be very exciting to see him return, if he does.
I mean, we'll find out in a couple of weeks, apparently.
True. Very true indeed. Meanwhile,
who knows? Maybe we'll have our first Korean duckling.
Nah, mate, we're reserving that for True, mate. For True, we're reserving that. Mate, he finishes next month, mate. Next month, November.
Really?
Yeah. Excited, mate.
Man, I need a list of all the Korean players that are returning. Meanwhile, speaking of returning, mate, this is doing work.
Oh my god, yeah, exactly. Almost kills a drone there. I was so worried for Ryu and that drone, but there was a very quick morph into a spore. Meanwhile, Ryu expanding towards his opponents. We didn't really get to talk about it, but interesting map choice here for these two players going on Romanticide. And what I will say,
maybe they're just feeling nostalgic. They are going to be able to play this map starting next week.
Thank fucking god, mate. Get it out of here. Get it out of here.
Look, I don't know about you, but there's going to be a couple of maps that I'm going to be very deadly.
I'm surprised that Beckett and Blackburn were both left in. I was like, what? Okay.
What? Beckett is not left in.
Oh, it's not left in? Okay.
No. The ones that are left in are 2000 Atmospheres and Blackburn.
Yeah.
I remember that. I think you saw the same post that I did on the Blizzard forums, where they list all the maps. But if you count the maps, there are 8.
Yeah.
So Beckett is not supposed to be there.
Yeah. In the initial post, they accidentally left one in. I just wasn't sure which one they weren't meant to leave in.
It was Beckett.
Okay.
Which is a shame because it is one of the maps that I like.
Yeah. I don't mind Beckett. I don't mind. I mean, at least they keep Blackburn. They keep the map with the gold minerals. I'm okay with that.
Have you checked if any of the new maps have bases on them?
If they have, I didn't notice. I actually played on them yesterday. To test them out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Light, please tell us what you think.
A lot of them are very like macro oriented and very open. I was very surprised. There's one map where the third base, it's more open than this. It's this but without the rocks, and I was like, oh my god. And more than that, it was crazy. I think it was Aldair, Temple of Aldair or something. I don't know. It was crazy.
But let me guess, it is a very big map.
Yeah. Very big.
So you'll probably have the time to defend it.
I would imagine so. But yeah, there were like for a lot of those maps did feel very big and very macro oriented. Yeah, there was a weird one where it had like a Zonaga in the middle of the map, and there was like a wall like cut between it. So you could take control of it from either side. It was odd. It was an odd map, but yeah, I'm excited. Meanwhile, soon, next week, mate. Next week. I was Funada Darking, mate. Would you not have like changed the map pool just for this week, just to make it the new one for Sentimiento and
No, I will not. I will have put the other maps. Like, mate, this is the last week with these current maps. I personally prefer the whatever is on the map pool. It is simpler. It is what the players have been practicing. And it is what players need to practice for other important tournaments. So there are other wacky events that you can do that you may include, those kind of maps, but not this one.
Okay. This is the last farewell of these maps for Sentimiento Latino, I should say.
Yeah, for basically every OSC event. I mean, this is only Sentimiento today, Battle of the Americas tomorrow. Starting next week, Copa Hyperion is going to be on the new maps.
Exactly. Oh boy. So enjoy it while you can, people. Enjoy it while you can.
Yes, come on. Make one last cheese on Beckett, please.
Oh god. I mean, the Zerg Lord, mate, he 12 pulled on Beckett. Just saying. It happened. Cristiano tried to cannon rush on Beckett. Didn't work. Oh, God.
Yeah. Speaking of maybe it didn't work, mate, Chaos Fate is moving out, and unlike the previous game, he has a tank.
He does.
This early in the game, one tank is a big deal.
Very true, very true. We do have one tank. We do have Ravagers to meet the tank, though, so it's going to be all about the positioning. So far, I believe this has been unscouted. Once again, Ryu only relying on Ling, Roach Ravager. No Banelings.
Oh, those Zerglings melted immediately against those Hellions, and the tank, yeah, that's enough. 3 shots, and he's go down, but none of the Marines are still alive.
Yeah, exactly. They do take out one of the queens, but there is enough reinforcements here to force Chaos Fate back. That's what I mean. Whenever Ryu sees it, immediately he dives on that tank as soon as possible. It did go down, but the drop is still alive, and Chaos Fate could try and find some more damage.
Yes, and he drops exactly on the same base. The army of Ryu went to the other side of the map, so there's nothing here to defend.
Oh my god, and 2 Overlords get picked off as well. Only Roaches to defend is not going to be enough. Like Marines, they pack a massive punch here, and Chaos Fate, he finally is dealing that damage.
Yeah, meanwhile, on the other side, mate, Ryu's attacking, but there's a wall. That is not a wall. I don't know why he didn't just enter. There we go. But there are 2 tanks here. That should be enough to defend.
The wall was not a wall. Damage was done. You know, 2, maybe even 3 of these depots do go down as there's no repair, so it looks like it may burn. And the drop finally does get dealt with, but that drop dealt a lot of damage. I feel like worth it. Worth it.
Yeah, definitely. He killed a lot of army. He killed a few workers. He didn't kill the hatchery once again. If I were Chaos Fate, I may have focused the hatchery. But it was okay, especially because the counterattack did nothing.
Exactly, exactly. So now Chaos Fate, I mean, he still has a presence here. There's still a full medevac full of units dipping into the main base. Gonna be able to get a couple more drone kills as well. Does get 1, maybe a couple more. So yeah, he's doing whatever he can to slow down Ryu. Much more damage than last game.
Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, ooh, nice run by here of Roaches, and oh, did the borrow just finish, or did he forgot to borrow beforehand?
I think he forgot to borrow beforehand. It was already done, mate. So
that would have done so much more damage if Chaos Fate didn't literally see them coming.
Yeah, exactly. Feels bad, man. I mean, the Roaches did still deal a lot of lost mining here at the 3rd base. At the same time, here comes the main push. Banelings are done. Baneling speed is not.
Yeah, the Banelings are very behind of this army, so they are not able to engage with this. And look at that focus fire.
Exactly. Chaos Fate doing what he does best, but Baneling speed finally finished up, but there's not a lot of creep here, so it's so difficult for Ryu to really engage, and he may be forced to give up this base.
Oh my God. Focusing on the Banelings. One of the Banelings got taken out, and yeah, all of the Banelings got taken out, but another tank went down as well for Chaos Fate.
Exactly, only 1 tank remaining here, and Ryu just needs to buy a little bit more time. Even though there weren't any of those juicy Baneling connections, the Roach Ravager has still slowly dealt damage to the bio.
Finally, the last tank is dealt with, and I think Chaos Fate needs to pick up and leave.
Exactly, he leaves for now, but here come the rest of the reinforcements. 2 tanks coming in. Ryu, is he ready for it? He has some Banelings, but he doesn't have a lot of creep spread.
He's not ready, mate. He's not ready.
Oh god.
Oh, that was some nice Baneling connection. Qualero of Bio died there. So Ryu has a shot to defend this, and I don't think Ryu leaves the base.
Yeah, he realizes he cannot hold onto this space. He just didn't have enough army, didn't have enough breathing room, so he will give it up and try and muster an army to defend his 4th.
Oh no, that poor infestor, mate. He was born in the wrong place.
It does go down. The hatchery will go down as well. Now the question is, Chaos Fate, after he gets the hatchery, does he want to stay and get more damage, or does he want to back off? He actually doesn't get the hatchery.
I mean, God. He needs to get the hatchery first, mate.
He does. Oh god, Chaos Fate, please. He's getting distracted a little bit. Another tank, it gets focused down. Ooh, the infestor's so exposed.
Mate, those Ravager are really doing good work versus the tanks of Chaos Fate, always sniping in from afar. I think Chaos Fate needs to switch to Widow Mines.
Yeah. Widow Mines, Liberators have the same problem because they can also be piled down from those Ravagers as well. And Chaos Fate still hasn't gotten the hatchery, by the way. It's Sneeze on it, mate. Do anything. Oh my god.
There we go. The 10 sieges, and look, a couple of battles. And there we go. And, oh, the nice bailing connections. The Fungals kinda hit, but there are no bailings left to engage his infantry, mate. And only Ravagas and Infestos are left. That's not an army that you wanna fight against anything, really.
Yeah, exactly. The Lings even being taken out on the reinforced as they rally away. And ooh, kaozfate once again. He doesn't go for the hatchery. He wants to go for the kill.
Mate, I'm not sure. That is the second hatchery that you spare, mate. That's extra larva that your opponent is gonna use against you.
Exactly, and now he's trying. Oh, yo, this time he's getting on top of the Ravagers, and this may be enough. Is there enough energy? There is not enough energy for a fungal.
All the Ravagers go down. Now the Infestos are being targeted. And that is it. That is GG, and kaozfate ties up the series 1-1.
GG, kaozfate finally breaks through, and that was so risky. He decided not to go for, as you said, 2 entire hatcheries. Even there at the end, he was chasing down the army, not the economy, because he knew that he just had to kill the Ravagers and the Infestors, and that would be it. Damn.
The difference that not losing 40 workers make.
Yeah, this time those borrowed roaches weren't dealing anywhere near as much damage.
God damn it, kaozfate. Kaozfate in the chat is saying here, I totally forgot that roaches burrow.
Ay. Shaking my head, kaozfate, shaking my head.
Is this a StarCraft 2 pro player?
Hey, this is an alcoholic, mate. That's what this is. Oh god.
Anyhow, welcome everyone to the final map in this best of 3 series. Yaganata, LE, and spawning here. The red shirt player coming all the way from Peru, the CranKy Duckling Ryu.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Peruvian Terran player. He is blue, representing Eximius Gaming. It is kaozfate.
You know who I thought we might see here tonight, but we didn't?
Who?
The Mega.
The Mega? Oh my god.
Yeah, isn't the Mega in Italy at the moment?
He is.
He went to Italy to study, I believe. He's probably next to Rio right now, coaching him or something. And I'm like, oh, okay, he's gonna hang out with Rio. Maybe his love of StarCraft is gonna be reborn and he's gonna play more tournaments, but no, he's not here.
Funada the Mega, funada.
Come on, if Ryu can not sleep for one night for playing StarCraft, I don't know why the Mega cannot.
Exactly.
As well.
Exactly. The Mega, he's got access to the European server. He's got Ryu as well next door that he can talk to and work on StarCraft. Like, the Mega has no excuse. He should be a pro player. He should be at the top of the ladder, mate. Like, what's going on?
Now with the Mega, this is like what, 4 Latinos that are in Europe at the moment? Ryu, Kerasur, Terra, and the Mega.
Yep. All 4 of them.
Man, we're invading everywhere.
It's a problem, mate. The Latin Americans, they're just getting out of control. Oh god. I'm surprised that Demega was able to move in the middle of a pandemic. That's that's the most surprising thing to me, mate.
Look, sometimes you gotta go. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
I don't know what he did to break out, mate. He hid in the cabin of the luggage compartment of a plane or something. Just had to leave.
He swam all the way there.
Oh god. But yeah, hopefully we see more of Demega. I'll be sure to add him on Discord or something.
Yeah. Also, by the way, I wanna give a low-key shout out to, I don't know if you saw in the bracket light, the player Cypher.
Yeah.
Man, that guy has been signing up for 2 months, and then not show up to his matches. And then today, finally, he was able to play.
Was he?
Yes, he did. He did play.
Because
he lost to Neo in the round of 16.
Well, Neo told me that that was Zion's. That he played against Zion's.
No, that's not Zion's. That's another guy, completely different.
Are you
Is it Zion? Wait, is it Zion really?
Yeah, are you sure? Because he told me that he played against Zion's to get to Cristiano. Yeah.
No, I thought Neo thought that he was Zion, but I told him not. That's not Zion. That's another random guy.
Okay.
I must investigate this further.
Yeah.
If it was indeed Zion, I'm going to ban him.
Yeah, because he signed up twice then. It's like, mate, what the hell's going on?
Yes, he's trying to game the system. He's trying to get better seed.
Oh god, we'll get to the bottom of it.
Which, by the way, if he's really Zion's and you lost to Neo, come on, Zion's. You need to get better. You need to get your shit better.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting shit better, mate, Rio finally is doing it.
Oh yeah. Roach Ravager pushes coming across the map. What do we have to defend? We don't have a tank. We only have Hellions and Marines. The tank finally starts, but it's a little bit too late. It's not going to be ready for the first wave, but there aren't too many Roaches, so we'll see. We'll see how good the defense is going to be.
I mean, there are quite a few Roaches actually, and Morbid with these Ravagers. This is going to do quite a bit of damage. Now he needs to keep that Overlord alive. There we go. The Roaches managed to get in. It's not a wall.
Oh my god, it's not a wall. The tank is going to come out, but if he's not careful, the tank is going to get surrounded. Oh god, the tank. Where is it? Ah.
Okay, the tank sieges.
Mate, the tank popping out at the north was so lucky. I think that may have been intentional there from kaozfate, but if that tank spawned here towards the south, it would have died immediately. Oh, now the boys are being pulled. The tank is exposed to the Ravagers, and now it's going to get bottled down. But the Roaches are getting lower in health, so they will eventually get cleaned up.
Yeah, now the SCVs around them, and they should be able to clean this up, but 12 workers have been killed for kaozfate so far.
Yeah, exactly.
How does this put us? This is 33 workers for kaozfate, 50 for Rio.
I think someone is slightly ahead. Rio even getting a 4th base. I think this is a little bit greedy, but I guess it makes sense because he did scout a 3rd CC. 4th gets thrown down for Ryu. He's got his he's got his economy up and running. He barely has an army, to be honest, but kaozfate, because the tank got cleaned up, like he doesn't have anything to counterattack. He's gonna try though.
Yeah, he's gonna try. You say he doesn't have anything, but here we go. One lonely medivac with 5 risky boys.
Oh boy, is it gonna be enough? 1 tank and 4 Marines. They do get dropped. They take out a queen.
I mean, they pick up a queen, but not enough. The Marines are dead, and one tank is strong, but he's also very weak.
Oh god, exactly. We'll see. I mean, the thing is that there are these lings. Lings should be enough to clean up this tank in the end. They dive on top of it. A lot of damage is dealt, and kaozfate is forced back. What did he accomplish with this drop? He got a queen at least.
I mean, not worth it, I think. I mean, it was literally 150 minerals for 150 minerals. So that's something. But it definitely needed to be enough. kaozfate is still 15 workers behind. So Ryu has all the time in the world to take and do whatever he wants.
Oh god, exactly. And with that, he's just getting upgrades, he's working on his lair, working on Burrow. This is what we've seen from Ryu every single game. And with that, like, he's gonna be getting away with this. kaozfate, what does he have to do to get back into this? Do you want to see more drops, or do you want to see him, like, get more greedy?
He needs to get greedy. He needs to get risky, mate. Just to get back into the economy, because once kaozfate has the economy to fight his opponent, then is when we see the kaozfate, sending Marines like there is no forever.
Yeah, exactly. Oh god. I guess the answer to that is, okay, we have a Liberator. Okay, that's cute. 4 drones go down. This is something at least. But we need to see more. There we go. Another drop. But kaozfate, he knows that he needs to stop Ryu in some way, shape, or form. And maybe he can with these drops. But, God, there are just so many roaches out on the map.
Yeah, there's so many roaches. The drop is coming in. I don't know if Ryu saw him. He had a Zerling on the way. But yeah, I think he saw him because he's sending some units to defend.
Yeah, exactly. The roaches, they're here. They're showing up. There's a bit of a Ling run by. They do not get the tank, thankfully. So kaozfate, he does defend his 3rd base. And this drop is still a threat here.
Oh my god, he's dropping again. Okay, I give you an A for effort, but please do not do it again.
He's doing it. He's coming back in. Oh god. Meanwhile, this army, he get a kill on this base. Up.
Yeah, that was 100% a kill, not a cancel. But meanwhile, on the other side, 3 workers were killed by that drop, but the drop has now been cleaned, so now Ryu can focus entirely on this fight. And mate, this. Okay, for a second I was worried there for Ryu, but now he has more than enough army to defend this, because I mean he had enough roaches, but in reality that was a really bad trade.
It was a bad trade, but he got all the tanks as well. Just shut down that push from kaozfate. kaozfate, he has enough reinforcements to push this away, and if he's somehow able to get on top of these Ravagers, like that's gonna be a massive pickoff here for kaozfate. But okay, he doesn't ever extend.
Yeah, 176 supply for Ryu, 150 for kaozfate. Ryu still going in for all Roach Ravager. Bailing speed is 3/4 done.
Oh!
And...
Yeah, exactly. No. kaozfate, he tried to dip in and get on top of the Ravagers, but Ryu was quick to respond. He turns around. Once again, he punishes kaozfate for trying to dive on top of his army.
Yeah, without tanks and without Marauders, it is very hard to deal with a Roach army.
Exactly. Once again, Bile's land take out another tank. Bailing speed finally finishes up. There are no Bailings though, so finally with the Marauders coming in, kaozfate, he actually trades favorably and gets the Ravagers.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of Ravagers. He lost like 3 or 4 over there. But Ryu's still trying it. And Bailing speed is done, but there are no Bailings yet. Finally, Bailings are morphing in.
Yeah, 6 Bailings are on the way. kaozfate has some momentum though. A lot of Roaches and Ravagers died earlier, and now there isn't anything to stop kaozfate from clearing up all this creep. Bit of a run by. Oh, I say run by, mate. The borrowed Roaches are at it again.
I mean, if a run by is when units run into your base, is this a borrow by?
I guess so. The borrow by is happening. More than enough. Roach Ravager here just completely collapses on the army of kaozfate. At the same time, we have the unborrow.
Yeah, they're starting to kill workers. 6. Okay, only 6 workers are going to be killed so far. But now Ryu has the momentum, and Ryu is going for the counterattack.
Yeah, where are the tanks? They're out of position. Finally, they're being repositioned here towards the 3rd base, but it may be a little bit too late. The Lings are getting on top of them.
And they do. One tank immediately goes down, the other is very badly damaged.
Ooh. It does get Bile down. We do have still a very strong Bio army though, and again, where were those Bailings? Roach Ravager is okay, but you need something else to help support you. Ryu though, he's still doing so much with these Roaches.
Yeah, the Roaches finally dealt with. 15 workers went down.
Oof. Jesus Christ, and they're still equal in workers, by the way. Okay, there we go. Ryu does shoot up there in that worker count, and oh god, they're just kaozfate's being pulled apart.
Yeah, he is. Like, he's trading as good as he can, but Ryu just has a better economy and a better army.
Yeah, exactly. He's just brute forcing his way up this ramp. All the tanks get taken out. And once again, just nothing but bio left for kaozfate. Just the tanks just never work for him here. I mean, I guess they did in game number 2. We are in the ace match, of course, but there's just too much Zerg. Ryu finally breaking through.
Yeah, finally breaking through. The boils are being pulled, and this is going to be it. 30 workers down for kaozfate. Ryu even. I mean, I like to think that it was an accidental borrow. But yeah, Ryu 60 supply ahead. Chaos Fate is in really deep trouble. I think one more push and Chaos Fate should be done for.
Yeah, Ryu isn't typically one to BM, but if there's anyone that he will BM, it is going to be Chaos Fate, so I don't know if that was intentional or not. I agree. I don't think it was. I don't think it was, but Ryu at this point, he can do whatever he wants. Like, oh my god. Maybe he wanted to show Chaos Fate that yes, roaches can borrow, you know? If you remember, he didn't know earlier.
Yeah, here comes the great final push from Ryu, and yeah, Chaos Fate is getting crushed. He retreats to his natural base. The tier base is under attack. All the workers run, and yeah, this should be that 10 workers down.
Exactly. There's almost nothing left here. The third base does get saved. It does get lifted up, but it does mean that now there's just a burrow underneath it. Forces a scan. And Ryu behind this, he's got 5 bases up and running. Fully saturated. Lings coming in. We have Lurker Den finishing up to switch into those Lurkers. Like, oh my god. And this should be the final push.
It should be. It should be.
Should be.
I mean, I think the moment Lurkers arrive is going to be the real final push. Here come Banelings. Ooh, okay, Liberator is killed. And here comes Ryu with the Banelings.
Yeah, exactly. Finally, the Banelings are here across the map. They get their connections on the Marines. The majority of them go down. And now there's only 2 tanks remaining. I say 2, soon to be 1. Soon to be none. As, oh god, again, Chaos Fate, he barely holds on.
The first Hydras arrive finally. Now with the extra DPS, this should be it. This should be it, right?
It should,
right?
Yeah.
It's barely 100 supply for Chaos Fate. On 2 bases now.
Yeah, and 50 of that supply is these medevacs, mate. Oh my god. Chaos Fate, he's fighting so hard. He always does, but GG does get called, and Ryu takes the series 2-1.
I love Sosa on the chat. Who will win? A literal war tank or a puke boy?
Okay, puke boys are OP, mate. What are you on about? Oh god. But yeah, once again, Chaos Fate going for that Marine tank composition, and once again, Ryu is able to deal with it with his Roaches and his Ravagers. Didn't even need the Hydra Lurker at the end. That was just style points to end things off. Oh. And now we have our first finalist.